to Avengers Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. Thank you for watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. So imagine if the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe were to play Major League Baseball against legends past and present. And that's what you'd have right here, a 162-game regular season on MLB The Show 20 for PlayStation 4. This is September Baseball. It's game number 142 of 162. As you can see, the standings are on the screen. The Hollywood Avengers have been placed into the National League West Division. They've taken the place of the San Diego Padres. And with approximately 20 games left, the Dodgers have a half-game lead. So, yeah, both teams are going to win 100 games. So both teams are going to make the playoffs via division champ or wild card. But, of course, I want to win the division. We'll see what happens. So we're half a game out with 20 left to go. Let's jump into the calendar. So, 4-game series against San Francisco. The Avengers won the first game 11-6, got killed yesterday 12-2. So this 4-game series is tied 1 game apiece. Time for game 3 on a Saturday night. Let's start this up. Clayton Kershaw against Rocket Raccoon. Let's play the game. Play the game. Play full game. We are the home team at Crosley Field, which has been the home ballpark for this entire franchise. Bradley Cooper is 10-10. As you can see, some people need some rest. I don't know who I can... Dave Bautista will sit down for, let's say, Vin Diesel. Okay. Just going to make a couple of changes. Sebastian Stan, Vin Diesel, Idris Elba. Tom Holland needs to take the day off. No, actually, Chadwick Boseman. Third base, Cumberbatch. So let's just straighten this out real quick. Yeah, let's rock and roll. Let's do this. So, these are the starting lineups. For those of you that are new to the live stream, I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me. And the difficulty setting for both hitting and pitching is set to All-Star. Half game out. Playing the San Francisco Giants here in this September matchup. I do play-by-play, obviously, live. Get ready for some Major League Baseball as the San Francisco Giants visit the Hollywood Avengers. On the mound for the Avengers, Bradley Cooper. He plays Rocket Ray. He is the voice of Rocket Raccoon in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's had a very up-and-down season, 10-10 with a 5.16 earned run average. And he will face Tony Gwynn to lead off the game. 293, 6 homers, 43 runs batted in. Here comes the first pitch of the ball game. Deep drive, racing over is I Am Groot. Makes the running catch. Vin Diesel, 1 pitch, 1 away. Nice running catch in the outfield. Tony Gwynn's in right. Chipper Jones is at third. Jimmy Fox is at first. The shortstop is Cal Ripken Jr. Brett Boone is at second. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is at DH. Shane Victorino is in center. Domingo Santana is in left. And Caleb Hamilton is batting ninth and playing catcher. Chipper Jones, 346, 22 homers, 68 runs batted in. Here comes the first pitch. And that is a bloop base hit the other way. It's a 1-out single for Chipper. And the Giants have the first base runner of the game. Here's the replay.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 3, Jimmy Fox.
So next up is the first baseman, Jimmy Fox. He is a legendary player. 315, he has 37 homers and 105 runs batted in with a month left to go. Fouls it off for strike 1. Grounder past the diving attempt by Tom Holland and into right field. It is a single for Fox. And the San Francisco Giants have first and second with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. They are threatening. Ground ball with eyes. Next up, Cal Ripken Jr., shortstop, 273, 34 homers, 108 runs batted in. Strike on the outside corner. Hollywood Avengers are 90-51 as game started. They were half a game out of first place in the National League West. Fouls off the cutter. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Cal Ripken Jr. Was known in the 1990s, 80s and 90s, for having the consecutive games played streak for the Baltimore Orioles. Misses inside with the fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. 2,632 consecutive Major League Baseball games over the course of his career. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and there are 2 away. Struck him out on the inside 2-seam fastball. Here's a replay.
The second baseman, Brett Boone.
So next up is the second baseman, Brett Boone. Brett, 278 average, 37 homers, 96 runs batted in. Runners lead off first and second with 2 away. Cut fastball outside corner, strike 1. No score here in the top of the first. At the knees, strike 2, count as quickly. No balls and 2 strikes to Brett Boone. Boone played for the Seattle Mariners in the 1990s during that steroid-induced offensive explosion. Chases a cut fastball, swing and a miss, and the side is retired and they strand 2. After a half inning of play, it's the Giants nothing. The Hollywood Avengers coming to bat. This is Avengers Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. Thank you for watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. On the mound, Clayton Kershaw, 9-5, 3.84 earned run average. Clayton Kershaw is making his 23rd start of the season. I think he deserves better stats than that, but who am I to say? Leading off for the Hollywood Avengers, Anthony Mackie hitting .310, 16 homers, 64 runs batted in. Switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Kershaw. First pitch. Fastball inside, ball 1. Giants are in 3rd place, 1 game over 500, 71-70. They're 20 games back in the division. Check the swing. Pitch was high, count as 2 balls and no strikes. Three balls and no strikes. On deck is Spider-Man Tom Holland. Will he swing on 3-0? No, he will not, because they don't swing on 3-0 pitches. I always take a pitch. And looked like it could have been the inside corner, but called a ball by the home plate umpire. So it's walk to lead off the game for the new Captain America. Tom Holland's hitting .364, 17 homers, 79 runs batted in. Tom Holland is fighting for a batting title in the National League West. I think currently he's in the top 3. Pitch out, nothing doing. Mackie is a threat to steal. He does have speed. As you can see on the screen, the graphic says that he has 16 stolen bases. He's 16 for 16. He only takes off apparently when he knows he's going to make it. Otherwise, he doesn't take a chance. Hope I did not just jinx him. Fouls off the fastball, count as 1 ball and 1 strike to Holland. Everybody's excited for the new Spider-Man film. It's coming out soon. It stars Doctor Strange. I'm excited too. And that is a deep drive. Playable, over-the-shoulder catch in right for Gwynn, and there is 1 away. He had taken off. I don't know if it was hit and run or not planned. Starting lineup for the Avengers: Anthony Mackie's at short, Tom Holland's at second, Robert Downey Jr. at first. Catcher today is Mark Ruffalo. Benedict Cumberbatch at third, Sebastian Stan is the DH, Vin Diesel in right, Idris Elba in left, batting ninth, playing center field, Don Cheadle. Tony Stark, 290, 19 homers, 85 RBIs, or 86, I don't remember. Left-handed hitter. Slider inside, ball 1. 19 homers, 86 runs batted in. Mackie leads off first. 1-0 count. Chases a high fastball out of the strike zone. Count will even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he's back. Throw to first. Offline. Grounded. Fox over to first, over to second, back to first. It's a 3-6-1 double play to retire the side. After 1 inning of play, no score. This is Avengers Baseball. So we go to the top of the second. Up steps the DH Lourdes Gurriel Jr. hitting .280, 23 homers, 69 runs batted in. Here comes the pitch from Rocket. Late on the fastball, foul ball, strike one. 2 doubles in yesterday's game. Late on the breaking ball, slicing out of play for strike number 2. Misses with the inside fastball, count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grounded to first, fielded by Robert Downey Jr., tosses to Bradley Cooper for the first out. Defensive alignment for the Avengers in the outfield from left to right is Idris Elba, Don Cheadle, and Vin Diesel. And in the infield, Benedict Cumberbatch, Anthony Mackie, Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr. with Mark Ruffalo behind home plate. Those are your Avengers. Center fielder Shane Victorino steps up. He's hitting .313, 17 homers, 57 runs batted in. Here comes the pitch. Inside corner with the fastball, 96 on the radar gun for strike 1. Line drive, foul. Count as quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Shane is 5 for his last 12. That's a .417 clip. Here comes the pitch from Rocket. Out in front of the changeup, swing and a miss, struck him out, and there are 2 away. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game for Rocket. Here's the replay. Terrible angle for a strikeout replay. Next up, Domingo Santana, the left fielder today, hitting .237, 4 homers, 16 runs batted in. Part-time player. Outside corner with the fastball, strike 1. Out in front of the forkball, swing and a miss, strike 2. And it's a fly ball the other way. Right fielder Vin Diesel makes the catch. I am Groot. That translates as inning is over, side retired. After an inning and a half, no score. So we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Up steps the Incredible Hulk Mark Ruffalo, hitting .332. He has 32 homers and 125 runs batted in. Leads the ball club in both homers and RBIs. And that ball is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. Home run number 33 and RBI number 126 on the season for the Hulk. Hulk smash. And the Avengers now lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Oh yeah. Welcome to Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Let's watch the replay. Mark Ruffalo smash. Line drive over the left field fence. Here's the replay. Oh, actually the replay, the reaction of Clayton Kershaw. He's not thrilled. Up next, the Sorcerer Supreme Benedict Cumberbatch hitting .306, 2 homers, 15 RBIs. Checks his swing, pitches low and outside, ball 1. So it's a 1-0 lead for the MCU here in the bottom of the 2nd. Here comes the pitch. And he just gets a piece of the fastball. The count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Please like the video. Please subscribe if you are not already done so. It really helps on this crazy app known as YouTube. So it's a shallow fly to center. Shane Victorino makes the catch for out number 1. Next up, the Winter Soldier Sebastian Stan hitting .281, 10 homers, 47 runs batted in on the season. Pops it up behind home plate, out of play for strike 1. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is game number 142 of a 162 game regular season. I play the games from beginning to end, no skipped innings, no simulated games. Fouls it off, the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Bucky Barnes. Imagine if the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe were to play Major League Baseball, and that's what you'd have. Curveball inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Stan. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1-0 lead MCU here in the bottom of the 2nd. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Groot. Vin Diesel. Ground ball foul, just missing the third base bag. And we'll do it again. Kershaw here with the 3-2 pitch. And it's a shallow fly ball to right. Tony Gwynn makes the catch for the second out. Up next is I Am Groot. Vin Diesel, 292, 4 homers, 13 RBIs, backup player, giving Dave Bautista in right a day off today. Pitches outside, ball 1. And it is a bouncer up the third base line, foul ball. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Fouls it down the right field line, out of play. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty, 1-0 MCU. Here's the pitch from Kershaw. And the count will go full. On deck, Idris Elba plays Heimdall in the Marvel Cinematic Universe from the Thor franchise. And that ball is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. I am Groot. Translates loosely as Vin Diesel's 5th homer of the season, a solo shot. And this ball game is now 2-0 MCU. Good timing, Mr. Outlander. Welcome to the live stream. This is Avengers Baseball. Feel free to put your feet up on the coffee table, make yourself at home. You know the routine. Let's look at the replay. I am Groot. Bang. Good time to do the options, the gameplay. Hitting difficulty is set to All-Star. Pitching difficulty is set to All-Star. So 2 down, up steps Idris Elba, hitting .262. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Late on the fastball, slicing out of play down the right field line. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Heimdall. And he rolls it over the third base line, out of play. Count remains 0-2. Pitch is high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mr. Outlander, thank you for making that post earlier today about watching the previous game. Even though you missed the live stream, I appreciate your loyalty, and because of that loyalty, I felt the need to send you a spoiler message. Inside, full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes, to let you know, listen, time is valuable. I don't want you to waste your time watching a blowout. Fouls it off, and the at-bat will continue. Figure your time is better served. Yeah, it was a nightmare. You're not kidding. Line drive, caught by the second baseman, Brett Boone, to retire the side. But 2 solo homers here in the bottom of the second inning. The end of 2. It's 2-0 Avengers. So we go to the top of the third. Up steps the catcher, Caleb Hamilton, hitting .239. He has 7 homers and 30 runs batted in. I don't know what happened that game. I'm over here marinating 6 different chicken breasts. You know, don't tease me like that, Outlander. That's not fair. Okay, you're 3,000 miles away. I can't get my hands on any of those chicken breasts. It's not fair. Slicing right center field. There is the center fielder, Don Cheadle, for the first out. That's not fair, man. That's just not fair. I love me some chicken. Chicken. Lineup turns over for the San Francisco Giants. Tony Gwynn is 3 for 9 in the series. He's 0 for 1 today. Flew out in the first to lead off this ball game. Fastball looked like a strike, called inside by the home plate umpire. The count is 1 ball and no strikes. In all honesty, I had lunch already. I'm struggling not to burp on stream. Charging in is the center fielder, War Machine. He makes the catch. There are 2 away. I'm full of gas, full of burps, trying not to be disgusting. 2 down, up steps Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones played for the Atlanta Braves during his career in the 80s and 90s. Or 90s and 2000s, I'm not really sure. Cut fastball, looked high, called a strike. This home plate umpire is all over the place. It's count as 0-1. Pulls the changeup down the right field line out of play. Count is 0-2 on Chipper. Dipper. Bloop, foul territory, and the at-bat will continue. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Again, slices foul. 2-0 Avengers here in the top of the third. This is the third game of a 4-game set. With the series swing and a miss. Struck him outside, retired. The series tied 1 game apiece. This is game 3. The end of 2.5. It's 2-0 MCU. So we go to the bottom of the third. Up steps Don Cheadle, the center fielder, 282. 14 homers, 67 runs batted in. Here comes the pitch. Switch hitter batting from the right side. 2-seam fastball, high ball 1. Don Cheadle carries an 11-game hitting streak into this contest. Down and in, 2 balls and no strikes.
2 balls, no strikes.
Fouls off the fastball, 2-1. Called a strike. Looked like it was outside. Called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball snared by the first baseman Jimmy Fox. Takes it to the bag himself for the first out. National League West standings, as you can see, a virtual first place tie between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Hollywood Avengers. And the third place San Francisco Giants are 19 games back in the division. So if the Avengers win today, they will take a half-game lead in the division. Up next, Anthony Mackie with 1 away. Checks a swing, fastball inside, ball 1. Mackie's hitting .310 on the season. And that slices down the right field line, and it's in the corner. It hops off the sidewall. He's going to try for second. The strong throw, not in time. The blazing speed of Anthony Mackie cut the check. His 36th double is what made that possible. He is a runner in scoring position for the Avengers here in the third. It is tipped off the wall. Gwynn made a strong, accurate throw, but too much speed heading around first. Next up, Spider-Man flew out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Runner in scoring position, 1 away here in the bottom of the third. Changeup, outside corner, strike 1. Tom's hitting .363. That certainly leads the Avengers in average. He may lead the National League division, the National League batting race. And he rakes it foul. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Holland. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Caleb. Checked his swing, count as 1 ball and 2 strikes to Spider-Man. Mackie leads off second. 2-0 MCU. Line drive caught by Jimmy Fox at first for out number 2. No advance on the bases.
Now batter, number 12.
Up next, Robert Downey Jr., the man who started it all. Left-handed hitter. 2 outs. He'll need a hit to score that run from second. Let's see if he can do it. Get another insurance run. And he pulls the 12-6 curveball down the right field line, out of play for strike 1. That was a hittable pitch, but he couldn't hold back. That's a line drive. Speared by Cal Ripken. In the dirt, scooped nicely by the first baseman to save an error. And the side is retired. At the end of 3, it's 2-0. Hollywood Avengers lead. So we go to the top of the 4th. Up steps Jimmy Fox, who just made that Nice scoop play at first. He had a hit in his first at-bat. He's 1 for 1. Misses outside and low. Ball 1. I know Jimmy Fox is a 500 home run guy. Hard ground ball backhanded by Holland. Throws to first. In time. 1 away. Up next, Cal Ripken. Struck out in his first at-bat. 0 for 1. Fastball 97 on the radar gun in there for strike 1. Played his entire career for the Baltimore Orioles. And that is slices down the right field line, out of play for strike number 2. Count is no balls and 2 strikes to Cal Ripken. Slicing, foul. Fouls off the 2-seam fastball, and the at-bat will continue. Bradley Cooper, 10-10 on the season, looking for win number 11. Slicing into the seats, count still no balls and 2 strikes. Voice actor for Rocket Raccoon in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. Grounder up the third base line, fielded by Dr. Stephen Strange, makes this off-balance throw in time, 2 away. Nice play by Benedict Cumberbatch over there at third base.
The second baseman.
2 outs, up steps Brett Boone. Brett's 4 for 9 in this series and has 2 home runs already. Struck out in the first, however. It's 0 for 1. In there, strike 1. Serves it opposite field, slicing out of play. Count is 0-2 on Brett Boone. Fouls it back. The at-bat will continue. Grounder to first, fielded by Tony, flips it to Bradley Cooper to retire the side. So 1-2-3 inning for Rocket Raccoon. At the end of 3.5, it's the Avengers 2, the Giants nothing. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Up steps Mark Ruffalo, who hit a solo homer in his last at-bat, his 33rd of the season, to lead the ball club, RBI number 126. Pitches outside, ball 1. One of my curiosities for the rest of this season, we've got about 19 games left to go. Slider low, 2 balls and no strikes. How many homers and runs batted in can Mark Ruffalo get in these final September games? That ball is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. That is home run number 34 on the season. RBI number 127 for Mark Ruffalo. Mark, he's smashed again. Hulk smash again. 2 home runs in this ball game today. Oh yeah. Speak and ye shall receive. The replay. Bang. Here's the replay. Bang. Oh, love it. Can he get to 40 homers before the season ends? We shall see, said the blind man. Benedict Cumberbatch, 0 for 1. Check the swing. Outside, ball 1. 3-0 Avengers here in the 4th. Slices it the other way. Charging in is Domingo Santana. Makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting, number 16.
Up next, Sebastian Stan. Flew out in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Fastball inside, ball 1. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Hey, ties him up in knots on the inside with the slider. Swing and a miss. Count as 2 balls and 1 strike. Low, hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike. On deck, Vin Diesel. 3-1 pitch from Kershaw. Looked like it might have been ball 4, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. The count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Line drive, foul. Here comes the 3-2 pitch once again. Grounder towards the hole, sliding catch. Long throw, in time, gorgeous play by Cal Ripken Jr. for out number 2. Nice play by the shortstop. Up next, Vin Diesel, I am Groot, at a solo homer in his last at-bat, number 5 on the season. Comes the pitch. Fouls off the 12-6 curve for strike 1. And he pops it up shallow center field. Shane charges. Center fielder makes the catch to retire the side. But a solo homer, his second of the game by Mark Ruffalo, extends the lead at the end of 4 innings of play here at Crosley Field. It's the Hollywood Avengers 3, the San Francisco Giants nothing. So we go to the top of the 5th. Up steps the DH, Gurriel Jr., who's 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch from Rocket. Fouls it off, strike 1. Misses high and tight. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Checks his swing, but the changeup finds the strike zone. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gurriel Jr. Fly ball to center. Cheadle barely has to move. He makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, the center field.
Team ERA leaders for teams in the National League. The Avengers with a 3.94 earned run average lead all teams in the National League. The Dodgers, who they are fighting for first place in the National League West, are in 3rd place. Up next, Shane Victorino is 4 for 9, but 0 for 1 today, 4 for 9 in this series. Fastball in there, strike 1. Shane was not a Hall of Famer. Definitely an all-star. Played for championship ball clubs. I remember him as a Philadelphia Philly. That is a lazy fly ball to center. There is War Machine. Cheadle makes the catch for out number 2. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. If you're lurking in the background, please make yourself comfortable. Put your feet up on the coffee table. Grab a beer from the fridge. Don't forget to press like on the way out the door. Yes, it's off season, but any day is a good day for baseball, in my opinion. Domingo Santana steps up to the plate with 2 outs, and the base is empty here in the top of the 5th. And here it's a deep drive. Will it be off of that scoreboard? And it will. Only thing that kept it in the ballpark was that high scoreboard in Crosley Field. A home run anywhere else, it is a 2-out double here at Crosley. Santana's 8th of the season. Let's see if we get a replay. No, they're not going to give us a replay. Interesting. So Caleb Hamilton, the catcher, steps up for his 2nd plate appearance. 0 for 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Outside corner for strike 1. 3-0 lead for the Avengers. And that's a deep drive to right, but playable for I am Groot. Vin Diesel makes the catch to retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on at the end of 4.5 innings of play. The Avengers lead 3-0. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Up steps Idris Elba. Hemdahl lined out in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. Kershaw still out there. Pitches high, ball 1. Game number 142 out of 162. The playoffs loom large. Pitch is low. 2 balls, no strikes. Almost there. Late on the fastball. Fouls it down the right field line. Out of play. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Can't wait for the playoffs and the World Series, hopefully. Fouls it off. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes on Elba. And that is a bloop that's going to find the outfield for a base hit. Leadoff single for Hemdahl, who sees all. Just a bloop over the second baseman's head. Up next is Don Cheadle. Again, hitting from the right side, a switch hitter against the lefty Clayton Kershaw. 0 for 1, grounded out in the third inning. Curveball outside, ball 1. Elbow leads off first. Big lead. Fastball outside, 2 balls and no strikes on Cheadle. Don Cheadle's not the first man to play James Rhodes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That honor goes to Terrence Howard, played in the first Iron Man film. Changeup is low, count is 3 balls and no strikes to War Machine. Will he swing on 3-0? No, he will not, because I don't swing on 3-0 pitches. I always take it. So let's see what happens. Right down the middle for strike 1. So the handcuffs are off. Don Cheadle gets the 3-1 count from Kershaw. Let's see if he gives him something to hit. And it's off the end of the bat. Deep fly, but playable in left for Santana, who makes the catch for the first out. No advance on the bases. Up next, Anthony Mackie, who doubled in the third. Runner leads off first, 1 out. Fouls off the changeup, strike 1. Mackie has 36 doubles on the season. He has, I believe, 10 triples, 16 homers. He's had a good season. Down and in, count as 1 ball and 1 strike to Mackie. If you haven't seen the Disney Plus TV show Falcon and Winter Soldier, you need to catch up. Oh, he's picked him off first. Throw down a second, offline, but gets the tag down. He is thrown out. So it'll go down as a caught stealing, and there are 2 away, and the bases are empty for Mackie. Pops it up behind home plate, out of play. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. As I was saying, if you haven't been watching the Disney Plus streaming TV shows, Anthony Mackie is now Captain America. Backs him off the plate. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases empty. 3-0 MCU to the new Captain America. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck, Tom Holland. And that ball's got a chance. It is high and far. That ball hits the top of the fence and bounces over. It is gonzo. That's a solo homer for Anthony Mackie. Cut the check, number 17 on the season. And they get another insurance run as the MCU now leads 4-0. Hit the top of that fence and bounced over into the parking lot. Here's the replay. 349 feet. Doink. Up next, Tom Holland, 4-0 Avengers. 0 for 2 today. Ground ball up the middle and through. No, wait. Almost a gorgeous play by Brett Boone just to get to that ball, showing a lot of range. But too much speed coming down the first base line. They're going to give him a hit on that. So Tom Holland is 1 for 3. And the manager of the Giants has seen enough. He's going to the bullpen, taking the ball from Kershaw. He wants the right-hander. He's responsible for Holland at first. Otherwise, it's Logan Webb's game to win or lose. Well, win. Definitely not lose. The losing would go to Clayton Kershaw with a 4-0 deficit. Webb is 0-3 with a 6.11 earned run average. Right-handed pitcher against the lefty, Robert Downey Jr., who's 0 for 2. And he yanks it foul way out in front of the fastball. Strike 1. Good pitch to hit, just couldn't hold back. In the dirt, it's away from the catcher. He goes to second. So it's a wild pitch on Logan Webb. Runner in scoring position now with 2 away for Tony Stark. Two-seam fastball just misses the outside corner. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike to the Iron Man. Inside, hitters count 3-1. Holland leads off second, 4-0 Avengers. And he fouls it off the high fastball. Count will go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch from Webb. And he pulls it down the right field line. A rope, but foul. So we'll do it again. And he walked him. So it'll be runners at first and second with 2 down. Didn't want to give in. Was it a strike?
Number 84.
It's close, but no. So next up is the Incredible Hulk. He has 2 home runs today. Can he get a third? Fastball outside, slider down and away. Ball 1. Tom Holland is at second, Spider-Man. Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man at first. 2 away, 4-0 lead for the Avengers. Out in front of the changeup, swing and a miss. Strike 1 count, evens 1 ball and 1 strike to Ruffalo. Fastball low, 2 balls and 1 strike. And it's a deep fly ball to right. Back goes Gwynn, but in front of the warning track, he makes the catch to retire the side. So Anthony Mackie hits a solo shot in order to increase the lead for the Avengers. At the end of 5, it's an official ball game. Avengers are winning 4-0. So we go to the top of the 6th. The lineup turns over for the Giants. Tony Gwynn is 0 for 2 today. Grounder to second. Fielded by Spidey. Throws to first. 1 pitch, 1 away. Up next, Chipper Jones. Singled in the first. He's 1 for 2. I don't even know what Chipper Jones's real first name is. That's bizarre. I think it's Larry Jones, I think. Fly ball to center, playable. War Machine makes the catch. 2 pitches, 2 away here in this top of the 6th inning.
The first base, number 3.
2 down, up steps Jimmy Fox, 1 for 2 with a single. And that's a line drive, 2-out single. Throws it to first. At least throws it to the first baseman, that is. So it's a 2-out single for Jimmy Fox, and he's 2 for 3. Cal Ripken Jr. steps up to the plate, 0 for 2. Inside corner, strike 1. Fouls off the 2-seam fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Cal. There are 2 Iron Men in this game, Robert Downey Jr. and Cal Ripken Jr. And that's a slicing drive towards right center field, and it's going to be 1 hop over the fence, a ground rule double. That's Cal Ripken's 30th double of the season. They will stop the runner at third. It'll be second and third. Actually, that's a break for the Avengers because that ball, if it had rattled around, certainly the runner would have scored from first. Up next, Brett Boone, who's 0 for 2. He has 2 homers in this series. It's a chance to get them back into this game. At the knees, strike 1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pulls the 2-seam fastball down the left field line, out of play. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pops it up. Foul territory, racing over is Dr. Strange. Cumberbatch makes the catch to retire the side. So the shutout is intact. 6 shutout innings for Rocket Raccoon. After 5.5, it's the Avengers 4, the Giants nothing. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Up steps Dr. Stephen Strange, who's 0 for 2.
The third baseman, number 3.
And he swings at the first pitch and pops it up. Shallow left center field. Victorino makes the catch, 1 pitch, 1 away.
Now batting,
Sebastian Stan, 0 for 2, steps up, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th. And that's a line drive over the head of the first baseman. Fielded quickly by Tony Gwynn will hold him to a single. It is a 1-out single for Bucky Barnes. When he first hit the ball, I thought it might scoot into that right field corner and he'll be able to get a double, but no such luck. Up next is Vin Diesel, who has a solo shot today. A home run, his 5th on the season. He's 1 for 2. Quick throw to first, he's back. Big lead at first. And he pulls the slider down the left field line, out of play. Count is no balls, 1 strike to Diesel. Swing and a miss. The slider way out in front, 0-2. Couldn't hit that pitch with an oar. Slider outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes, waste pitch. Runner leads off first, 1 out. That's a line drive. It looks like it's going to dunk in there, and it will. That's going to be a single, first and second with 1 out. Single for I Am Groot. Here's the replay. Just serves it the other way. Bloop base hit into right center field. Next up, Idris Elba. 1 for 2 with a single, 2 for 6 in this series. Slider outside, ball 1. Trying to get him to chase. No such luck. Stan is at second. Diesel at first. Fouls it back, strike 1. Grounder, backhanded by Chipper, throws to second for 1. Back to first, an inning-ending double play. Round the horn. Side is retired. We will go to the top of the 7th. 4-0. Avengers lead. So leading off the top of the 7th is the DH, Gurriel Jr., 0 for 2. Cooper working on a shutout, 6 shutout innings so far. Fastball in there, 95 on the radar gun, strike 1. Grounded to first, fielded by Tony Stark, steps on the bag, and there's 1 away. Have to be careful with this Giants ball club. They have home run power and potential. Scored 12 runs yesterday in a 12-2 mockery. Up steps Victorino. And that's a line drive, base hit to center, 1-out single for Shane Victorino. Big turn at first, but he will hold with the single. He was thinking about it. Here's the replay.
Now back, left fielder, Domingo Santana.
I just want 1 perfect game, he says. I threw a perfect game this season. It was game number 81. It was Chris Hemsworth, Thor, Odin's son, and I threw a perfect game. I'm not going to throw 2 perfect games in 1 season. I mean, come on. If I do, that's ridiculous. Ridiculoso. Domingo Santana takes a pitch for strike 1. He had a double in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 2. Runner at first. Oh, it's past the first baseman, Tony. It'll be first and second and 1 away. 1 swing of the bat could make this a 1-run ball game here in the top of the 7th. Bradley Cooper's got to be careful. Hard ground ball past the first baseman, Tony Stark. Here it is, the replay. Couldn't quite get in front of it. So next up, Caleb Hamilton, 1 away, 1 for 10 in the series. Grounder, charging over to second for 1, back to first. Double play, side retired. Let's go. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. 7th inning stretch, 4-0 lead for the Hollywood Avengers. I'm on game number 80. Wouldn't that be weird if I threw a perfect game in 81? It wouldn't be weird. It would be synchronicity. I wish you well. I hope it happens. Don Cheadle steps up bottom of the 7th for leadoff. 0 for 2. Fouls it back, strike 1. Looked like a strike, called a ball. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 right-handers warming in the Giants bullpen. Yusmeiro Petit and Cooper Casad. Petit gave up a grand slam home run in this series to the backup catcher, Benedict Wong. And that's a line drive, base hit to right. Leadoff single for the War Machine, Don Cheadle. Logan Webb has pitched well in relief, however. 12-game hitting streak for Don Cheadle with that hit. Nice. 12 games. That's pretty good. Next up, the leadoff man, Anthony Mackie. 2 for 2 with a solo homer and a double. That homer gave him 17 on the season. Be interesting to see if he can get to 20 before the season's over. And it's a lazy fly ball to shallow center field. Racing in is Victorino to make the catch for the first out. Next up, Tom Holland, 6 for 13 in this series. He has a single today. He's 1 for 3. 6 hits. Big lead at first for Don Cheadle. He's going, pitches outside, throw down. Not in time. It is a stolen base for the War Machine, Don Cheadle. He is off to the races. He's in scoring position now with 1 away for Spider-Man. Count is 1 ball and no strike. The pitch was high to the plate. Actually, good pitch to throw on for the catcher. Fastball low, 2 balls and no strikes. Ah, good times. Good times. Major League Baseball. And that's a deep drive. But there's a lot of territory, a lot of real estate. Oh, he's tagging at second. Cheadle goes to third on the deep fly ball, so he'll advance 90 feet. He'll be at third base with 2 outs. He could score on a hit, perhaps a error. Brett Anderson, the left-hander, is at the mound now. 2-2 record, 6.14 earned run average. King Sonic, welcome to the live stream. This is the bottom of the 7th. It's a 4-0 lead for the Avengers. Left-handed pitcher just came in to pitch to Tony Stark. Fastball inside, ball 1. Robert Downey Jr. is hitting .354 with runners in scoring position. That's about 60 points higher than his regular season average. So he's especially comfortable with that runner at third. And this is why that ball is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. It is home run number 20 on the season for Robert Downey Jr. We love you, Iron Man. We love you, 3000. It's a 2-run shot, and the MCU now leads 6-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. Oh, yeah. We love you, Tony. Here's the replay. Oof. Oh. It's deep over in that right field corner. 366 down the line. Just for example, Old Yankee Stadium is 314 down the line. So Mark Ruffalo's 2 for 3. He has 2 homers in the game himself. Slider outside corner, strike 1. Can he hit home run number 3? Can he get 3 home runs in one game? Let's see. Sinky fastball low and inside, ball 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to the Hulk. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitching him very carefully. 6-0 here in the 7th. And that's a line drive, base hit. It's not a homer, but it's a hit. It's 3rd of the game. And this half inning will continue. It's a 2-out single for Ruffalo. Bang. Hit it hard, but couldn't quite get it up in the air. Next up, Benedict Cumberbatch, left-handed hitter who's 0 for 3. Swing and a miss at the sink fastball. Strike 1. Slider outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Cumberbatch. Hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck, Sebastian Stan. Runner leads off first, 2 away, 6-0 lead. And that's a line drive to center, and it will be caught. Nice play by Shane Victorino to retire the side, but a 2-run home run by Robert Downey Jr., his 20th of the season. At the end of 7, it's 6-0 MCU. So we go to the top of the 8th. Tony Gwynn is 0 for 3. He's 3 for 11 in this series. Fastball inside corner, strike 1 from Bradley Cooper. Pitching a great game. Line drive towards the right field corner, and it will roll all the way into that right field corner. He will make the turn at second, but hold. It is a leadoff double for Tony Gwynn. That's his 35th double of the season. Here's the replay. Just yanks it over the head of the first baseman down that right field line. Really no chance to hold him to a single. Up next, Chipper Jones. 1 for 3 with a single. 3 for 12 in this series with a homer. Line drive in the seats. Strike 1. Grounder foul up the first base line. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Chipper. Just misses with the forkball inside. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Attendance 25,659 here at Crosley Field. That doesn't sound like a lot, but Crosley Field is a minor league ballpark. That's actually a sellout for Crosley. Line drive, base hit up the middle. And he will make the turn at third and head home. And that is an RBI single for Chipper Jones, and the MCU now leads 6-1.
The first baseman, number 3.
Now that the shutout is gone, manager is going to go to the manager's office in the bullpen, and he is going to warm up Ed Norton and warm up Sam Jackson. The manager is going to go for a mound visit, send the pitching coach out there to slow things down. Jimmy Fox is 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. Got a lot of confidence, but no energy. At the knees, strike 1. Jimmy Fox has 37 homers and 105 runs batted in. He's got a runner at first. And that is a deep fly ball to right. Back goes Diesel. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Runner does not advance. Up next, Cal Ripken Jr. to double in the 6th. He's 1 for 3. Misses. No! Called a strike by the home plate umpire. That looked high and outside. He must have a hot date after this game. Line drive running in. Nice root, nice catch. Nice shoestring catch by I Am Groot in right field for out number 2. He was running towards the infield and to his left, towards the left field line, and made a shoestring catch for the second out. Up next, Brett Boone. He's 0 for 2. Line drive caught by the first baseman. Tony retires the side. I think that'll be the last batter that Bradley Cooper faces after 7.5. It's a 5-run lead. The Avengers lead 6-1. So before Bucky Barnes gets to hit, the manager is going to go to the bullpen, and there's a righty, a switchy, and a righty. So Ed Norton is going to come in and pitch the 9th inning, the top of the 9th, with a 5-run lead. So Brett Anderson still on the mound for the Giants. Slider low, ball 1. 6-1 lead for the MCU here in the bottom of the 8th. This is the 3rd game of a 4-game set. Sinking fastball outside, 2 balls and no strikes to Bucky Barnes. Check to swing, fastball's outside, count is 3-0. Will he have the green light on 3-0? No, he will not. I don't swing on 3-0. I refuse to do it. And that knuckle curve was called a strike. I don't know if it was, but nevertheless, hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Here it comes from Anderson. Ground ball knocked down by Chipper, throws from his knees in time. That was a Sports Center highlight reel play from Chipper Jones. He dove, speared the ball, and then from his knees threw a strike to Jimmy Fox at first. So with 1 out, up steps I Am Groot. Vin Diesel is 2 for 3 with a homer today. 6-1 lead for the Avengers. Slow bouncer charging is Jones, throws to first. Another good play. So Chipper is busy at third base this inning. That's 2 away for the third baseman. Next up, Idris Elba. 1 for 3 with a single. Line drive, base hit, 2-out single for Hemdahl. And this half inning will continue. Here's the replay. Line drive to left center field. Don Cheadle steps up. 3 for 10 in this series with a homer. He's going. He's going to steal. In there for strike. Throw down. Not in time. Elba with a stolen base. So that's actually a smart steal because with 2 outs now a single can score another insurance run. Makes sense. So runner at second. 2 away. Count is 0-1. Grounds it to third. Busy inning for Chipper Jones. He retires the side all by himself. So last licks for the San Francisco Giants in this game. They need 5 runs to tie. We go to the top of the 9th. 6-1 Avengers lead. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. In relief is the man who played the Incredible Hulk first in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. His name is Ed Norton. His record is 3-4 with a 4.94 earned run average. And he will face Lourdes Gurriel Jr. to lead off the top of the 9th. And that is, he's late on the fastball, pops it up, out of play for strike 1. Misses, certainly misses by a mile. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Grounds it, foul, first base side. Count is 1-2. Pops it up in the infield. In foul territory is Robert Downey Jr. Makes the catch for the first out here in the 9th. Up next for the Giants, Shane Victorino hitting from the left side. He's 1 for 3 with a single. In there, strike 1, 98 on the radar gun. Looked low, called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Victorino. Swing and a miss, struck him out on the high fastball. That's the 2nd out here in the 9th, and the Giants are down to their final out of the game. Here's the replay.
The left fielder, Domingo Santana.
Representing the final out of the game is Domingo Santana, 2 for 3 as a single and a double today. Outside corner, strike 1.
0-1 to the count.
Lines it, foul. And with an 0-2 count on Domingo Santana, the San Francisco Giants are down to their final strike of the game. Pulls it, foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Santana. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Side retired. Ball game over. Avengers win 6-1. And so, in this 4-game series against the San Francisco Giants at home, they've taken 2 out of 3. 2 out of the first 3, with the final game of this 4-game series happening tomorrow. That is win number 91 on the season for the Avengers, and they're 40 games over 500 with a record of 91-51. And it is win number 11 for Rocket Raccoon as Bradley Cooper gets over the 500 mark. He's now 11-10 on the season. The loss goes to Clayton Kershaw. The player of the game is the Incredible Hulk, who hit 2 home runs and went 3 for 4 today. His home run total is now at 34 to lead the ball club. The Hollywood Avengers up at the top, 6 runs, 13 hits, no errors. San Francisco Giants, 1 run, 9 hits, no errors. So this has been a presentation of Avengers Baseball, game number 142 out of a complete 162-game regular season. We're almost there. It's September, first week of September. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. Big thank you to King Sonic and also the Outlander Show for poking their heads in and saying hello today. I appreciate you guys sincerely. And anybody else who was in the background, hanging out but quiet, thank you as well. It really matters a lot. I enjoy playing these games, these live streams, and if you get any enjoyment out of it at all, it makes my day better. So again, the final here at Crosley Field, the Hollywood Avengers win 6-1. Take care, and I will see you again very soon.